What's up, y'all? Welcome back to our altar. I'm Mars Frequency,
Mariah the Soul
and you're watching
from Soul
to Mars. We just landed from space, as you can see.
We're from out of this world.
And we're back, y'all. Again, you see this consistency? We're staying consistent, so you can stay consistent with us.
Keep up with us, please.
Yeah.
This time around.
Yeah. How are you doing? Let's check in. Let's tap in. What's going on?
I'm good. I went to Texas.
How was Texas?
It was fun. I just wish I would have went on a weekend. Like, I want to enjoy the nightlife. Like, because I found like really cool spots, and I'm like, I know on like a Saturday this shit is jumping right now. But yeah, it was fun. The food was great. But I want to stay longer next time.
Was there like a lot of barbecue and stuff?
Yeah, and fried chicken.
I know the fried chicken was seasoned and good.
It was just cooked to like perfection. Like they know what they're doing. Yeah, exactly. They know exactly what they're doing out there. Damn. But yeah, I loved it. And I found a taco truck, very New York style.
And like so Texas at the same time, because I feel like people don't understand. There's a lot of Mexicans in Houston too.
Yeah.
And I don't think people think about it. I think people think like there's like a lot of like player type Black people there, but there's a lot of Mexican.
Yeah, it's mostly Houston. Even my sister's boyfriend, he had made a joke and he was like, listen, when you come out here, they're just gonna see you as Mexican. He's like, they don't know what a Puerto Rican is, they don't know what, like, you're Mexican if you're Spanish out there.
I could definitely see that though. I could definitely see that. So what was the highlight?
I went to trip? Arctic House, which they have one in New York. I want to go. I think we'd really
is it like ice? Or am I thinking of like, is it like ice and
no, this is like,
and you have to put on like a fur?
No, that's like the ice bar. Basically, Arctic House, it's like an extended reality. They say it's not virtual reality. So everything that's there's like, they play with lights and stuff. And it's like, but they have a bar.
Yeah.
You put this card over your drink and it looks like a robot is coming out of your drink. Like, it's like the weirdest thing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to send it to you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was definitely, I want us to go in the city.
Okay, I'm like 100% down for sure.
And you went on a trip too, right?
Yes, I did. I actually went to Detroit.
How was that?
I went for work, but ended up playing a lot through the whole time. It was a balance.
Exactly.
A work-life balance. I actually had a really great time. I got to see one of my coworkers, Heather, who I'm really cool with. We actually got really sick. I did some extracurricular activities. And
partied a little hard.
Those activities really messed me up. Like, I really think I'm over the hump now. Like, I'm too old to be doing some certain things.
Since we became friends.
But the way my body reacts now is completely different than it reacted when I was like 23.
Really?
Yeah.
I felt like that when I turned 25. When I turned 25, I felt like my body started to be like, bitch, calm down.
Right. Like, I don't know what I did to myself, but whatever I did, my body can't take it anymore. It's done.
It's done. Worked it all
out.
out.
But I had a lot of fun actually. How do you feel about hooking up with your friends?
I've had really good, I think you have to be on the same like frequency as them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I've hooked up with friends where we've both been super casual about it and it's just like whatever, like we'll chill the next day. And then I have friends that like took it personal, and I'm so not a take. Like, if you're my friend, I kind of see you in that light.
Right. And it's not even okay.
How did you hook up with a friend?
We hooked up with a friend.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a little bit nervous if it's gonna be like, if they're gonna be too emotionally involved.
I don't think so in a situation like that.
Right?
Yeah. I feel
because it's like, it's very clear, right?
Yeah, of where the romance is and where the physical is. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
I mean, I would think, but then we're so just like, oh, it happened type people. So I don't know if everyone's like that.
I mean, only time will tell. We'll see. I will update you guys if that's the case. But I had a really great time. Like, I can't even say that I didn't, but I definitely think I was working so much that I was ready to go. Like, probably like a day before I was supposed to leave, I felt like I was ready
over
to
it.
go.
How many days were you out there?
I was out there for like 5 days.
Okay.
But like, I felt like it was just a little bit, I was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any tarot card you need to throw in? I'm just bringing up old stuff just in case. Just in case. I don't have any tarot card because I've just been living.
Me too. I listen. Look how we've grown. Look how we've.
Okay, Look how we grown, you guys. We used to be in here every week.
We even got a we even got a liquor in a can.
We got a liquor in a can.
Wait, I gotta.
Today, you guys, we're drinking avec carbonated drink. We've never had this before, but it's supposed to be like a mixer slash you could just drink it. Mine is ginger. No, we're not getting paid for this, but we would like to. We would love to have a liquor sponsor, wouldn't we?
Grapefruit and pomelo, but this is non-alcoholic. You didn't. So we're drinking juice today. Look.
I didn't look that far.
Yeah, that's why it says. Ooh, oh, that's how true it is.
Well, we're gonna have a nice tropical drink today.
We're drinking juice. It says mix with a spirit or drink by itself. But
okay, but I thought it was like one of those like.
I know what you thought.
You know what I'm talking about?
Because I did too. It's just when I looked at it, I was like, wait.
I thought it still had a little liquor in it.
So I'll catch up later. Cheers.
I'm sorry, y'all. We're not getting drunk today. Woo! That's crazy.
Ooh. We did that like it was liquor.
I don't know how much of this I'm gonna be drinking, you guys.
Pungent.
It's a very pungent taste, and it definitely needs alcohol.
It's definitely,
and that's my fault. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we don't have tarot cards to turn in, but there's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on in the world today. Let's just get right into it. I love the way your body is. Is that too obvious?
I feel like we're in the apocalypse like of my favorite artist. Like, I don't understand what's going on, but I'm just so over it, bro.
What's going on with your people? It's your people. Is everybody that Mariah likes?
This is problematic as fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so what's up with her having her kid in a cult or something like that?
So, okay, I dove deep into this because I love Kehlani. Mm-hmm. Granted, if you are a Kehlani fan from the beginning, there are a lot of questionable things she's done. There are a lot of contradicting things she's done.
Okay, I won't say that I'm like a diehard fan, but I guess let's say I follow her since her relationship with Kyrie Irving.
Okay. Oh, that
was the back in the day.
Yeah, that got messy.
That's when she was doing I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah. So okay. So first, it started with. Like, I saw her in the headlines with the Chris Brown picture. I don't know if you saw that.
No,
Chris Brown posted a picture with her like they were hanging out. Like, not in a flirty way.
Just hanging out.
But when you look at Kehlani and what she stands for her to be linked to Chris Brown in any type of way is very contradicting. On top of when she did that, when she had that attempt, Chris Brown was the one who said she faked it. Okay, you're so like women's rights and so anti and you're gonna go and post up with Chris Brown.
Very anti-man, very anti. Yeah.
Yeah. So that started, and then literally like a day later, the court stuff came out with her baby father, basically saying that she joined a cult, and one of the known leaders of the cult is a known sexual offender, allegedly.
Okay.
And that she would, but I don't know the documents of what came out in the original statement. It was like saying that he wasn't allowed to be there for the birth of the child. And I remember
that too.
It was all women. Like,
yeah, it was. Kind of. Is it because,
like, in a way, if you do see how it was set up?
Yeah, because I'm like. And now it's all kind of coming together.
It's like they're saying it's like a psychedelic spiritual cult. Well, she'll have people watching her kid or like bathing with her kid. Like, those were things that came out, but then they both said that wasn't true. Like, the baby father said that's absolutely not true. Okay. Like, her daughter being in that kind of harm. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of people coming out from that like spiritual group saying like she's not a good person and that she actually got kicked out of that group. So it's kind of like everywhere.
What do you think? What are your thoughts before I give my unsolicited 2 cents?
Me having like some of the experience I have with spirituality, especially when it comes to botanicas and some splashes of Santeria and things like that, certain things she said to me sound very classic of how you do get pulled into a cult. Like, she said she joined the spiritual group because she spoke to someone and they said she was gonna die young. And all that, and it's like that's what they tell you.
Yeah, that's it's giving cult.
Yeah, to lock you in, and then. It is very contradicting. Like, she'll go from like 2 years of like, I'm not smoking weed and drinking because I'm on this spiritual journey, to which granted we all do it. So then you're partying and all this stuff. It's kind of always fitting the album that she's dropping, if that makes sense.
Okay, because that's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like Kehlani just blows with the wind. She's a balloon. Mm-hmm. You know?
A chameleon.
She's a chameleon. Yeah. Exactly. She's a chameleon. She kind of blows with the wind. And she markets whatever, like her next album or whatever's coming up with what's going on in her life at that moment. And so I feel like she like puts herself in certain positions and predicaments to have something to sing about.
Yeah, and then there's the divorce thing.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with
So
that? What
they're
is
saying
that?
that she got married. So this is where I find it. This is where I click it to the album. So if you've seen her new album Crash, like any of the artwork, it's
Mm-hmm.
very Vegas inspired, right? So
Mm.
apparently she married this woman
Mm-hmm.
when she was in Vegas filming a video shoot. She got
Okay.
married to this person and then they got a divorce, and the person said that she was using them for gain for her album and claims that she was insane at the time. The person said that she's described her as a method actor, which makes
I was about to
sense.
say, is she just like a hardcore fucking method
Yeah,
actor?
we're like,
And
okay,
she
you made
just
this Vegas type album, so you wanted to get married in Vegas at the time, like to fit what was going on at the like.
right. And
Yeah,
that's also kind of weird. And it's not even weird because I think method acting is just a form of acting, but it's weird when you like put unknowing people into the situation that then feel like this is a real situation when to you it's acting.
yeah. She just, I don't know. Like, I get the being an artist and changing her stuff, but it's like if you look at every album and every way her personality was when these albums dropped, it's kind of just like your life aligned way too much at the time. I
Right.
don't. The Chris Brown thing, she really lost me with that. It
That's
didn't. It
fucking
made
whack.
zero sense because when she did interviews about this album, she said she didn't work with artists that didn't align with her views. So how are you gonna say that and be this whole like? Because you know she's super like pro Palestine,
Right.
and
But I feel like that was all because
a rollout.
nobody was saying shit about Palestine other than like Bella Hadid, obviously, and
Yeah,
stuff like that. And then the people started unfollowing, like massively unfollowing people and massively like holding celebrities accountable
yeah.
for like their celebrity and talking about political things and talking about things that don't make, that like is harming the world, and they weren't talking about it, right? And so people started mass unfollowing, and then all of a sudden everybody's talking about Palestine.
Yeah.
So I think that's all fucking fake. Like I think that's all fucking bullshit. None of them cares. Like classism shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They don't, that like none of that is affecting their immediate
What
lives.
I do think, how the only upside to me about that is that they do, so there's a lot of people that are in their fan base that don't get that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think with artists like Kaylani and different artists that more urban kids listen to, it does like allow them to start talking about it and thinking about it because it's coming up on their feed. So yeah, that's the positive part of it, where it's probably reaching people that it wouldn't have reached had this artist
Mm-hmm.
not posted about it. But I think to sit there and act like this is like one of your core values and you didn't include artists on your album that didn't support this, but then you're doing things in your real life that are very contradicting, like that I can't really get behind.
Yeah.
But it sucks because then you get into like the conspiracy of like, oh well, are they trying to come at her because she's so open about this, or are they like tarnishing her image? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so to me she makes great music, she's a great lyricist at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day. But it does make me look
She's
sideways
lost.
at her social views
I
and
feel like,
things.
we all have a sense of narcissism definitely in us. Like everybody has a sense of narcissism. Like, but I think it's like she has a sense where whoever she's with, she still like takes their personality and becomes that. Like she doesn't have her own
Yeah.
identity as Kaylani. It's always some other kind of like inspiration or something that defines her that year.
Which is crazy
You
because she
know?
was such a trendsetter for so many girls. When she became like she made, I feel like to me she made like the whole, a lot of tattoos and dressing kind of
Mm-hmm.
tomboy but pretty, like she brought
Mm-hmm.
that back. So it's crazy that you could go from being a trendsetter to kind of like not having your
Mm-hmm.
own identity in a way.
I completely agree. I just think that like I don't know. It's like I don't know who the fuck Kaylani is when you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like who is
Yeah,
Kaylani?
because she's not who she was when she first came out at all.
And that's not to say like you can't grow, but it's just like it's like a tinge of fakeness around it. I can't really pinpoint it. You know what I'm saying? But there's other people to chit chat about, like Caresha.
Caresha, please.
Did you watch Caresha, please?
So I watched like the highlights of it. I
Okay.
honestly, I love Carisha, but I can't sit through too much of like an interview. It just gets real ignorant sometimes, and I'm just like, this is so
Yeah,
stupid.
it does. It gets real Miami.
Yeah.
It gets real where they from. It does. It does. You got to really you got a context clue.
The
Your
tears
way
seemed
through
very
it.
fake to me, though. I'm not.
Hers?
Yeah.
Mm.
That was
Really?
okay.
I think, yes, I think it was. I mean, she started crying immediately, and I think that's where the fakeness felt,
So you
because
definitely had this plan with your best friend to do
right,
this.
I do love that she planned to do it with her bestie, because who else do you want to talk to about situations? I feel like Santana, honestly, Santana is the star of that, because I feel like Santana came prepared.
I do think he came prepared. Do I think that they didn't
Go
touch on
over it,
certain things?
yeah.
So they do. Like, have you heard the theory that they feel like Santana really is why Caresha and JT don't talk?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, he was JT's friend at first,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how. So it just gave kind of messy, and he gives that friend that like will say that in front of her, and then go to JT and say the
And
same
say
thing.
something too,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I feel like, okay, after watching it, because I watched it while I was, and I thought it was good. I actually really do like Carisha's personality. I like that she's leaning towards being a mogul. I think that's really cool. Um, do I think they were being shady? Low key, yeah, I do. And I think, I don't know, it feels like JT, I get it. I feel like they were supposed to be the City Girls, right? And we know who was the rapper
yeah.
out of the City Girls. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that that's JT. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, if JT was actually like secretly like having studio sessions and working on her shit behind Carisha's back, I do think that's messed up. Like, I'm not going to hold you. I think that's messed up. She could have said something, you know? And or do you think that's messed up? Or do you think, like, as a singer, like as someone
But
that
I feel
writes,
like
as
Young Miami
someone,
was jumping on songs too. I think JT just got the bigger song because she was doing songs with Diddy and all that. Now, here's my question for you.
oh
Do you think she should have touched on JT in the same interview where she's supposed to touch on the Diddy thing?
no,
Yeah, that like made the Diddy thing
no,
seem so
it should have been two
unserious.
parts.
Yeah.
It should have been two parts, and they didn't delve enough into her and Diddy's
No, not that's what I'm
relationship.
saying. That was very prepped. Like that
And
was very like
yeah, and I feel like, I mean, obviously, like, her shit is still on Revolt. And I don't
mm-hmm.
care, even if he stepped down, he still probably has ties
Of course.
to Revolt. You know what I'm saying? So it's only but so much that she could say while still keeping Carisha pleased, and like all of the things that I'm pretty sure is an executive producer or something too. I think they slighted JT in the conversation. And I think she didn't give us the answers that we needed and we wanted when it came to Diddy, because I know that she was saving face.
Which is crazy because that's what I think annoyed me about it is like because she has such an intrusive talk show for you to go
Mm-hmm.
on it and not share
And be
your
like,
tea.
that wasn't my experience. That wasn't my experience. Okay,
It
but
happened. Like
Miami, like, we know what kind of guy Diddy is. We know that you wasn't Diddy's only girl. We all know that because you've gotten into multiple arguments with other girls over Diddy. Right or wrong?
yeah, and when he said that that
Publicly.
girl, the one that had his baby, that she
Yeah,
would make
the
her
eater.
yeah,
The
that he would
eater.
make her get on her knees and like you know the type
So
of man he
that's my
was.
thing. You already know. So, like, you sitting over here trying to pull the wool over our eyes about it makes it seem very like insincere. That's just like, I feel like it's very fake. It was very insincere, and that was a great opportunity for her to really like come out as her own, as Carisha, and be like, these are the things that I stand on, and these are the things that, like, I don't fuck with. And she missed that whole entire opportunity, I felt like.
And so I didn't like the fact either that okay, so I get it, like sometimes you have to big yourself up, make yourself seem bigger than you are. That's how you get to where you are. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that she did make a comment in there that she felt like she was adding to Diddy in a way. Like she
Mm-hmm.
was out, but it doesn't make sense when you look at the industry because in that same breath you're also saying that City Girls, where you started from, was making no money. So how were you adding to someone like Diddy when your own project, your own stuff, it wasn't selling? So
Right.
it was done together, and I think it was just like interesting, and people were like, "Wait, what's going on?" Because she's like so brand new, and Diddy's so deep in the
Right.
game. But I don't know. It was
It just
weird.
felt like it was all fake, and it was short. It was too short. And the conversation when it came to JT, it was just like, I mean, we're not good, we're not bad, like, it's no issue for real, this and that, this and that. And it's like,
But X,
you
Y, and Z.
also didn't go into the questions that we needed to hear. Like, we all know that everything that y'all have said is like nothing that we don't know, so it was nothing new
I think
in the
the legacy of
conversation.
City Girls deserved more. If
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna talk about it, I think it deserved way more, and not just to be squeezed in with someone who's sitting here facing abuse allegations and sex assault allegations. Like, come on.
For her to, if she even said like, something to the likes of like, that wasn't my experience with him, but I don't fuck with that. Or that wasn't my
Yeah.
experience with him, but I'm not with him because I could never go through
Did they
this
even
again.
ask her about the video? Did they bring that
With
up?
him and Cassie,
Yeah.
they brought up like the allegations and
But so
like
they
all the
see, like,
stuff
I
that
feel
was
like a real
coming
world interview
out,
would have been
but
like, okay, so how did you feel when you saw that video? Because he's kind of making her face
that's what
it.
I was looking for.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. So, you know, like I see where you were going with this, Caresha, and we get it. You're a you want to be a mogul, you want to be like, and I get it. Like putting yourself with the likes of Diddy can help you get there. However, like let's not sit here and act like you and JT wasn't a thing as well.
Yeah, and that was like where everything started from. That's what she was known for. And I think it would have been great to see a girl rap group actually like
Or even her to be like, you know, she did say that. She just say like, yeah, they had their beef and stuff, but she still considers JT like a sister, like they come up together and stuff like that, which I really appreciate. It just would have been great, even if she just acknowledged it all instead of like talking around it.
Yeah.
And I guess that's like maybe she did acknowledge it in her own Miami way and I just didn't understand properly, but it didn't feel like it was given the grace that it needed to be
She needs better
given.
media training. I think that's what it is too.
Yep.
I think it's just the way they went about that's way too serious to have played around with, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that's all we're gonna get. I don't think she's gonna touch on it anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, she did say that. She said, "I'm not talking about it no more." That's literally what she said. But bitch, you ain't even talk about it.
Yeah.
Nara Smith. Do you know who Nara Smith is?
Yeah, I know. We all know who Nara Smith is.
How do you feel generally about Nara Smith?
So, I just heard so many theories about it that I don't really know which way. Like, I heard that they're like Mormon and like.
Yeah,
that's what I heard, but I don't know. I think she's doing what she wants to do. Like,
how do you feel about women subscribing to being a trad wife?
What exactly? Explain that to
me. To me, a trad wife is a stay-at-home wife, a woman that like, you know, like
whatever
old school cooks everything from scratch. Okay, let me just say, I fuck with Nara Smith. I like Nara Smith. I like her. You cannot make me not like Nara Smith. Like, honestly, why don't you guys like Nara Smith? Let's be real. Let's be real. Because it really sounds like, to me, it really feels like there's some jealousy.
Because she's doing it and making money off of it because of the content. And I think that's what people are upset about.
She's gorgeous. She cook like, we know why she cooks things from scratch. It's because she has like eczema and like psoriasis or something like that. And so she has to cook things from scratch for her to be able to not have flare-ups. And people get so pissed off about that. Like, well, what is she doing with her kids? And what is she doing with that? And like, why are you guys out here acting like she can't wear Chanel? That's what y'all really hating on. Y'all really hating on the fact that she out here cooking, making bubble gum from scratch.
Bubble gum from scratch.
In Chanel, in vintage Chanel, 1999.
I just think it's only a problem because the internet got a hold of her. Because I think there's a million stay-at-home moms, wives, mothers that do all that type of stuff online. But it's like you see a woman of color doing it, and it's just like, oh no, she gotta be brainwashed. Like, how dare she want to stay home in her designer clothes and
why
cook?
Not?
Like,
I'd be cooking everything from scratch as well. Listen. I would be cooking everything from scratch as well, and I would have my stupid mommy blog like she has, and I would cook my little recipes or do whatever I wanted to do.
Cute ass person. Did you see their interview? They had like
they're so
together.
Cute.
They're cute as hell. They're so,
and I think that's also why people are hating on them.
Yeah, I don't see the big deal.
I feel like everybody's a hater because how are you gonna hate on somebody for cooking from scratch? Because it makes you feel unfair to turn her off. Then if you don't like it, move on, because it makes you feel away. Like, that's so whack. But whatever. That's all I had to say about Nara. Because I like Nara, and we're not. Nara lives the life.
I want to be like her.
And you guys wish.
Give me some Chanel. I'll make anything from scratch.
Okay. Yes, and then I do my modeling gigs on the side because I'm that fucking hot. I have my 3 kids, and you can't even tell because I'm that tall and thin.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Haters. You guys are all haters. You guys need to get a life because she's living it, and you guys are watching it. You see the difference? Yeah. Anyway, there are UK race riots going on.
Yes, that I wanted you to die. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't like fully like. It's just every day it's a new something happening. So okay, what's going on?
So basically, so are you on UK TikTok at all?
Not really. It'll come up on my feed.
Okay, so
you would be on UK TikTok.
I think I've been forced to be on UK TikTok as a Black American because Black people from UK or anybody from the UK always has something to say about Americans and how we're uncultured and blah 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 blah,
But
blah,
they
blah, blah,
took our
blah.
whole hip hop
But y'all
culture.
know everything about us. We not even checking for y'all because we got too much shit going on here
Something's
to
going wrong.
worry about you guys.
So what is it exactly?
So basically, you know how the UK has a strong POC community, whether it's Indian, whether it's African, Jamaican, anybody from the British colonies were called to come to the UK. I think in the 70s or something, 70s, to rebuild,
like asylum,
and everyone came to rebuild and rebuild, and now the natives, and by natives I mean the white people, they want their country back.
Wow.
So now they're having all of these like riots. Like the white people are like literally having riots, beating up people in the streets and stuff like that. And so I will say I've been looking at the TikToks. And there was somebody from the UK, and I was like, to Americans, this is not an "I told you so" moment. Because people from the UK would say that, like, yes, they have racism, but it's way more subtle than racism here. And like, they're not treated like their POC people are not treated in the same way that POC people, I guess, are treated here when it comes to racism and stuff like that. And now y'all got the originals over there trying to kick you guys out when you guys have generations and generations of, you know, people that have grown up in the UK, and now they're saying we go back to your home.
That sounds familiar.
And that's all I'm gonna say on that. That sounds very familiar, coming from
I've read that book before.
Okay, talking about Black Americans. Oh, we don't know where we come from. Oh, this and that. Okay, but I've seen a bunch of people like, oh, I'm from this place in Africa, or I'm from this place in India, but my family has 4 generations in the UK. It's not that easy. I can't just go back there, this and that. So
you get it?
Do you get it? The thing is that people hate Black Americans because we're always complaining about something, which I understand. But we always complain because we know that we're being gaslit.
Yeah.
We know as a people that we are constantly being gaslit by the powers that be, and we don't go for that shit. That's why we're always complaining. It's not like we get anything done. We just complain.
We're gonna bitch about it.
We're gonna bitch about it, and we're gonna be like, no, you should, you know. And we kept trying to tell you guys that they don't give a fuck about you. When they get their chance, they're gonna try to kick you guys out to, and woe is me. And I know it's not an "I told you so" moment.
Like our original colonizers. What the fuck?
They're the originals. Like, what did you guys think? We tried to tell y'all. We did try to tell you, but you know what? I'm just gonna go back to not knowing my culture or not having any culture, and I'm gonna go back to not knowing where I come from and my Black American ass business.
Read a page out of our book and then figure it out.
Okay. What I will say, I'm gonna give you guys some advice. Pick up that chair and Montgomery brawl these motherfuckers. Like, why are y'all over here late? Throw that hat. Wait. No. Throw that hat and move and beat some ass, because I know y'all not letting these British people out here. White British people.
Nobody with a British accent is intimidating me, bro. I'm sorry.
Whoop your ass?
If y'all don't jump them,
beat their ass. Whoop their ass. Stop taking it.
But yeah, that's been all over my time.
Meet them where they are and beat their ass. I bet you they won't be doing that again.
I don't know, because they're on.
Nah, they different. That's different. I don't know. But I would say fight back. That's what we did. You can talk all the shit you want, but if you get in a group with us, we gonna whoop your ass. Okay?
I'm loving Latto's new album.
I haven't heard it yet.
You're gonna like it.
I heard she was throwing a lot of shade. That's what I heard.
Yeah, but you're gonna like it. Even though some people said that she sounds like if Drake was a girl from Atlanta.
I want to fuck with that.
Right? But I'm like that might
yeah, that sounds good.
No, I fuck with it. Like, she gave an album. She gave like 20 something songs. The order, it's a good fucking album. Now, this is the controversial take. I don't know how you're gonna feel about this. So Joe Budden. I just had to look at
Okay.
the camera when I say Joker.
Oh
Because,
gosh,
yeah, that.
he's
He's a
cringe.
Virgo, right? He got to be a Virgo. He says that his top three are Nicki, Latto, and Doja. And in terms of artistry, Doja's a bigger artist, but Latto is a better rapper. Like that Latto would destroy Doja in the studio. How do you feel about that? And rapping, not
Just straight rapping.
yeah,
Just rapping only.
like bars. Like if you wanted to hear some real bars,
I feel like they could go toe to toe.
You think so?
You don't think they could go toe to toe? I think they just rap in a completely different way. Doja is funny. Like Doja, like reminds me of Missy Elliott in the way that she raps.
That yeah, it depends. I think it really depends. I feel like if you want to hear some like what rap is supposed to sound like, I think you'll go with Latto.
Yeah.
Where if you want to hear the more creative, because Doja has bars that'll make you make a stank face.
Yeah.
Like she has bars that you're just like, bitch, you just said that. But yeah, I guess that's another battle of the biracial rappers.
Battle of the biracials. I don't know. I guess pure rap, it would be Latto.
I'm going to send you the album. I'm going to send you the songs I really like from the album because she gets like nasty and then she gets kind of gangsta. It was good. It was like worth it to me. I know Nicki is like punching the air right now because it's a really good album.
Nicki, don't punch the air. It's okay.
It's all right, Mama.
You had 20 years of this by yourself. By herself.
Yeah.
She didn't have no comp, no nothing. Like 20 years on your own. Like give
Latto her flowers. She's been in the game for a while. She was on that rap game.
Oh yeah, when she was young. Like yeah.
Like she's put in her
Latto.
pain.
I like Latto. I know some of y'all don't like Latto, but I like her.
I think she's gorgeous. I think she could rap.
I think she'd be hating on her sister a little bit, low key.
I know what you're talking about.
I think she'd be hating on her. Like, like friends that like, like sometimes you'll have that friend that like you around a bunch of niggas or something like that. And then a friend will just say like, she farted last night or something like that. Like, did she just like, just say something to embarrass you in front of people? I feel like
because it was the Sheen thing. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's kind of whack. Yeah, that's your sister.
Weird.
And at the end of the day, it's like that is your sister, and why you got your sister in Shein, or you know what I'm saying? Like you out here talk about I'm in this, I'm in that, and why you got your like baby sister in Shein?
Yeah, I do think there's a little cattiness, but I think they are close.
But that's sisters.
She just seems like she's that type of friend. Like that's just the type of person she is.
Yeah.
So. But I do love the music. I do think she's dating 21 Savage.
Definitely. Like, that was never a question. Her and 21 are together, you guys. And you can't tell me anything different unless... And even if they both came out and said that wasn't true, I wouldn't believe them. You want to hear a Reddit story?
Go ahead.
All right, this is how we're going to finish it off today. You want to choose between 3 titles, or you want me to just go all the way?
Go all the way.
Okay, so this is one I picked.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for making my daughter leave because my husband is attracted to her? Why you look at me like that?
Because I'm not even going to look at the screen because I want to be shocked by this.
I, 55 female, have been married to my husband and my daughter's stepdad, 63 male, for 4 years. My 23-year-old daughter and I have a complicated relationship. She has been diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. She has a lot of trauma from watching me and my husband's horrible marriage go down and was bullied in school. When she told me she was being bullied by peers, my view that all children are innocent really tied my hands because I told her that if I said anything to them, I would be an adult harassing a child. She blamed me for that ever since and keeps referring to this one time where kids at school called her trash due to the fact that she wasn't taking care of her hygiene due to depression. Part, not all, of my response was telling her to take a shower, and I bought her new clothes. The bullying finally ended with an expulsion and suspension for the ringleader. She still throws the fact that a school clinic volunteer told her that if she was their kid, she'd have permission to punch back if the administrators didn't do anything. I thought that having her live with me while she finishes school and gets a job would heal some childhood wounds. If my second husband and I modeled a healthy relationship. However, my daughter now doesn't get along with my husband. She is very introverted, creative person who likes immersing herself in escapism. So she'd get annoyed if she was sitting eating alone and my husband would sit across from her and eat, saying she ate late so she could eat alone. However, my husband started acting distant from me, and my daughter did complain that his eyes were lingering for too long. She got very angry, and there was a lot of shouting and slamming doors. Finally, my husband admitted he's attracted to her, and it's hard to be around her all day. Said she was a walking temptation and said that's why he's avoiding sex with me.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was so upset hearing this. I don't blame my daughter for this, but at the same time, the situation has become unbearable. Something would have to give, and I couldn't collect my thoughts with both of them still being in the house. So I gave my daughter money to stay at an extended stay hotel and asked her to utilize her college emergency financial housing resources they have for students in need. She responded by storming out and telling my ex, who is now circulating social media, using it to paint me and is now circling social media to paint me as the villain of all villains. I'm not abandoning my daughter. She qualifies for those resources anyway, since my ex is unemployed and we are in substantial debt. I just need time to process the situation and don't want to leave my house to stay with my daughter when I have a marriage to figure out whether or not to save. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Why?
Because what are you doing to check your husband about that, first of all? If it was any woman, that would be an issue. Like, you're not sleeping with me because you're attracted to somebody else. That person's my daughter.
Why are you even attracted to my daughter? Why are you even looking at my daughter?
And then let's look at the math. She said they've been together 4 years. Her daughter's 23, so he's been looking at that girl since she was 19.
I didn't even put that in there.
Like,
I didn't even think of that. I'm always
calculating timelines with shit. That's insane.
And bitch, let's start from the tippy top. You've neglected your daughter all her life. Okay, your daughter comes to you with issues, looking to her mom for help, and you just like I think she must be a very non-confrontational person. But
I feel like there's just a rage that comes. I just can't
imagine having a daughter who's getting bullied, and my response is to tell my daughter, who is depressed from getting bullied, to take a shower and then go buy her clothes and not get to the root of the issue. And then on top of that, bitch, your daughter probably likes to eat alone because your husband makes her feel uncomfortable.
That's what the daughter probably peeped away before he said anything.
That's why she sits there and eats late, so that you guys will have already eaten and she doesn't have to deal with your husband gawking at her.
It sounds like she's being non-confrontational like her mother. It sounds like she learned that avoidant behavior somewhere. But,
And you're talking about, oh, she's creative and into escapism. I wonder why she's into escapism. And all she wants to do is escape this life that she is in because she has no support. And you keep showing her over and over again that you just don't support her with the bullies, with the school administrators,
with the creepy
husband. When have you ever shown her that you are in her corner? So you ask us, are you the asshole? Absolutely.
You are the asshole.
She's the asshole. And I think you need therapy. And I think that you're the type of woman that puts a man before your own child. And that is sick. And that is sad.
Still very ripe and young to be trying to put your daughter out into the world. Like,
and the nerve of you to put her on the college and say, oh, well, you have emergency fund with the school. They can get you a dorm. What? What happened to her disorder and you asking to have her there so that you can help her?
Listen, I thank God for my mom every day.
Okay, I thank God for
my mom would never.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fight. We jumping. Like, okay. Like,
yeah, so we're sending blessings to your daughter.
Sending blessings to your daughter because clearly she needs them because you, as her mother, is not even there for her. Yeah. Sorry to that girl.
Listen.
Sorry to that girl, and you need to do better. It's
If you
really
need some
disgusting.
friends, we got you.
Okay? It's disgusting. And your daughter has DID, so that's really fucked up that you did that. But you know what? Asshole. That's all I have for today. Did you have anything else for today?
I'm good wrapping it up today.
Let's wrap it up. Thank you for coming to our altar. Thank you for experiencing the group chat.
Like,
let us
comment,
know.
subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. And guess what? There's going to be a video popping up like right around here with another From Soul to Mars episode. How about you click that and watch that too?
Right there. Right. Hopefully we're in the right direction with it.
Here, it's around. It's around here somewhere. But anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one. I had a blast today.
Me too.
All right. See you
Love
guys.
y'all.
Peace.